Hi, this is Kris Clarke from the band 2 Mile Hill, and you're watching We Need to Talk.
Hey, click!
Because in my head, as I wasn't working out, I cannot be fat.
We take money here.
Cut the cameras dead ass.
Hello? Oh my goodness, you'll never believe this.
What? Nah, you kidding.
Nah, girl, we need to talk.
Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of We Need to Talk. My name is Simone. If you've never seen my face, now you know it. And today we have a special guest. He's a superstar. I mean, I keep saying that about all the people that we have on because they're all superstars, but like he actually is a superstar, like international bass player. Yeah. Superstar. Like if you've ever heard of I don't want to I keep in my brain going next 6 instead of 2 Mile Hill. Even though y'all haven't been next 6 in like 5 billion years.
That's not a bad thing.
My brain just keeps going
That's not a
next
bad
6.
thing.
And then I go, nope, that's not what they're called anymore. But technically isn't Gossip Girl still under next 6, even though y'all switched to 2 Mile Hill? So, Gossip Girl, song. We have Mahalia on already, and we'll insert a clip of that episode.
Here.
Here. And now we have the other leading person. I'm gonna say it like that, and I'm gonna offend Russell and Chad, and
Look out.
they're gonna come for me. But when we have the episode with them, when I go on meeting people too, like you gotta gas at the people that are right next to you.
It's true. It's true.
You can't gas at the people that are not here. If just had a show, let's talk about that.
Yes, let's talk about that. So we just recently concluded our first Mahalia's Corner season, which would have been in September before the pandemic. We just did the first one since the pandemic. The last one before
Christmas.
That's not Christmas, like the season. Right. So the last one we did was 2019.
Damn it, was 5 years ago.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
Mhm.
Wow. That's wow. How am I not noticing? I'm very absent-minded apparently.
Yeah.
Like I go to the Christmas one for sure, but like
Yeah, so we
Oh,
were
no.
able to have the Christmas one still.
yeah.
There was the year, so we missed 2020 for sure.
Mhm.
Nothing happened 2020. 2021 was when we did the TV special. So that aired simultaneously on CBC and online. And then 2022 was when we did, I believe we did Ilara Court, 22.
Mhm.
23 was then LAFC. Sure. People at the station. 24 was Wyndham.
Okay, I didn't go to that because I haven't been to see you guys, but I saw the ones where you all have been on. Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, Wyndham was the one last year where we had the stage in the middle of the crowd. Sort of thing. So it was like a 360 stage. With two
How does that
runways.
work?
It was an experiment. It was an idea that we had that obviously if we had to keep doing it and keep exploring that concept, we would have to up the thing a little bit. A challenge that we would have had was that obviously if we are 360,
There's nowhere to hide.
there's never anywhere to hide on the stage. You don't hide on stage. But I'm facing this way, so all these people behind me are getting my back.
Uh-huh.
So what you have to do when you're in that space is keep moving, but every instrument can move around.
Yeah.
So like Chad can move off his
His-
the horn. His push. Then the keyboardist definitely can't move, so they are stuck in the position that they are
So
in.
it'd be you, Russell, and Mahalia that would move.
Yeah. So we did that, but it's not the most practical thing. So the way to really do it like nice and cool would be to rotate it.
The stage.
Yeah. Which
I
does not
mean,
exist
vertical.
in Barbados. It would be okay. You won't be rotating constantly. You rotate at certain points in the show. If you think of the first person that comes to mind, like Justin Timberlake, that would be on his rotating platform, and then he would do his thing, and it will rotate like maybe once or twice a show.
You don't get
And it
motion
looks really
sickness, do you?
No.
For people like me, that's death.
Well, maybe.
Actual death. Like, it doesn't matter how many times you move, like, I will die.
Yeah.
Just,
So, as in, you would die if you are on the moving platform,
Yes.
or if you saw it happening,
both,
would it
actually.
also freak you out?
It depends on if I was paying attention.
That is true, because depending on where Mahalia is, she might not really move, and then you'd be like, oh, something's happening around Mahalia, but I still see Mahalia, so
Yeah.
then, you
I'd be
know.
like, oh my gosh, things are happening.
Yeah,
But,
around.
like, if you
her.
have, like, lights and stuff, when, like, lights are moving, maybe not.
Mm,
But,
maybe not.
definitely, if I was on the stage, it would make me feel sick.
Yeah. But yes, so, we.
If you guys didn't know,
Yes.
Kris does the behind the scenes stuff, like the tech stuff, because he's a technical person.
Not
What do you
quite
call that?
accurate. Not the tech stuff. I do the administration of
Control the
the production of
I'm just
The
epically
show.
failing at this.
the production of the show is what I deal with.
Production.
Yeah. So the planning of it. Obviously, we as a band will come together and we'll come up with like the vibes and so forth. The execution of said vibes, liaising with all providers, the venue, sound, lights, stage, the cameramen, any workers that we have. I pretty much do all that stuff. Then my tech team then would take control over the logistics behind its days of setup, because we fly the speakers, so not just put down on the ground. You ever notice that?
Yes.
And the speakers don't
Yes.
block the
I
views.
do.
Right.
I did.
So that's the thing. We can't have the show and have speakers blocking, because that's like this. And then some people can see me, and then some can't. But if you have the speaker up in the air now, you know,
The first time
full
I noticed
visibility.
that, I thought it was gonna like fall.
Of course you did.
Squish people.
Yeah.
But that's just because I have a fear of those things.
We make sure there's their health and safety regulations that we
I
follow
assume so.
to make sure that those things will never happen. Let's knock on some form of wood. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Andre's just been so quiet. We've just been yapping.
Yeah.
So sorry. Sorry, not sorry. You have nothing to add. Okay, we'll get to you.
Oh,
We'll
my
get to
word.
you.
But yes. So yeah. So it's a team. It's a team thing. It's a team effort, definitely. Putting on the show. A lot of moving parts. But it's very challenging dealing with those things, because they never stop.
Mhm.
They never stop from the beginning when you're starting the process. Deal with calling sponsors and people that deal with ticket sales and ticket company and all these different things. Like those things never stop. They keep happening even up on the night of the show. At the show, you'll still be asked certain questions, and so I have team members that I kind of pass off things to by a certain point. But there always has to be that moment where you sort of switch gears. You have to make sure that you compartmentalize the two, because you can't do like this.
Why did you decide to be both?
Because that's just what fell into my lap, and I ran with it. I can do both, and so I do both up until a point.
It's not really draining.
It is extremely exhausting, but it is a labor of love, and so I condition myself to deal with it. I'll tell you a story. One time we were doing, can't remember which year this was, a while back, but I was in meetings all day, sponsors and logistics of what's going on and all that stuff, that lovely right brain stuff, numbers, technical. Excuse me. And I went to rehearsal, and I picked up my instrument. I had nothing to say, because I was so deep into that side of things that I could not think of what to play in this space. And I'm glad that happened very early, because then what I then started to do, I figured out a way to jumpstart the creative side after getting bombarded with tech and logistics. Then being able to, okay, time to reset and come down. And then you go into the creative side. There are several different things I do, whether it's listen to certain types of music to get my head in that space, or silence. A lot of times when I drive with the radio off, or BBC, to hear the English people with their lovely smooth accents talking about like dark things to talk about sometimes, but just the I'm Miguel Nunez and this is the news, right? So you hear those tones and they're very relaxing compared to the from the loud spaces. So there are several different things that one would do to sort of power down.
That was 1 second.
Space.
What the hell was that?
Yes, you're back.
What were you? You're looking at me like if you weren't talking.
Oh right, it was me. It was me. I was saying things. What was I saying? Oh yes, the changing of gears into things. So is Israel important to be able to change gears from technical and logistics to the creative side, and then it's also really important to be able to power down from a thing, because I'm very aware of the profession I'm in and the norm for the profession I'm in. Most people, they don't realize that you have to be on. You got to be on, right? You don't get to have an off day when you're on a stage or when you're in a public space. People ain't kidding nothing about that, especially in 2025. You off a day and somebody come out saying you are and grunt at them, you get cancelled.
This famous man was like feeling like he's so big.
It can be a whole scene, right? So you have to make sure you're on all the time, and it's unfortunate that's what it is, but it is what it is. So then you just have to work with it. Some people, a lot of people in the past would have relied on substances to go up and come down. I might not want to do that yet, because there are a lot of people have died because of the constant up down, whether it be top of Whitney, top of Prince, top of Michael Jackson. They've all had situations where they were hidden.
You can be yourself, you know.
A certain ways.
Be yourself. At this point, he would have definitely said right no, and then I would have been like, we have to cut that out because we can't say that. But like, he would say it. Why are you not being yourself?
We can't say on the podcast.
You can say but not.
I just don't know what we can say. They don't know.
Would you like to get monetized at some point in time in life?
But I mean, he's not saying that it's not
You
advocating
can't
to
say
take
the
it.
word. The algorithm just takes those words and go, no.
But I mean, I ain't saying that bad, so we should be okay.
So like Prince and Whitney.
Yeah, so a lot of those guys would have died because they had to go up and come down. But I want to try to go up and come down naturally and have ways of getting up and getting down. So going into the show, I want noise in my ears. I'm about to make the most noise in the space. I want no noise in my ears. So if I'm driving by myself, radio off, wheels rolling. Very therapeutic. Try not to get in it with anybody on the road, either in one eye in the space. Or when we in the chair, getting degreased and so forth, which did not happen today.
His fault.
I prefer. Okay.
That's just made that known.
Okay. I prefer to be silent, so that the other day, and nobody ever realized that until the other day when people just like in the space. I was like, you could just stop talking.
How do you tell people to stop people getting offended?
You'll probably get me if I say what I want to say. But I mean, it'd be nice about it. I said no disrespect, but it's like So I put Makayo out. He was just like, you could go outside. Like, just won't be quiet right now. Then my wife came in the room, and then she was talking. I was like, dear, stop talking. Just one little silence. No, but it's important to have a partner that understands the process, that understands the assignment. That's how I like to say things. You gotta understand the assignment, and she understands the assignment, so she knows when I am music mode, don't confuse about nothing. Don't come make noise, like don't make noise about life things. You know, they would do that afterwards, right? And she really does understand, and we don't gain things when I'm in music mode at all.
What about the kids?
The kids also get it. They got it because I find that kids pick up on what their parents put down. And so if they see that this is a thing that happens, they know, oh, daddy has a gig today, and so daddy's gonna come home and eat his food and thing and do nothing. They just pick up on the vibes. And there's never any noise really. Radio come and ask me, daddy, you go to work. We work, you ask me things like that, but I've never had him, you can't go to work, because he gets it, and you know, you talk to kids about things, you talk to kids.
He's a little crackhead at church.
He's not crackhead,
He's just a
call me
little bit.
crackhead, I'm a kid crackhead.
Yeah, because that's
He's
his
not a crackhead,
personality.
his personality is not a crackhead. What it is that he is the reincarnation, though he's not dead, but he is the fireman. He is Capleton as a baby. You know, fireman Capleton that's about everything.
Mm-hmm.
So when he first came out, he was like, ah! Like that's him.
Yeah,
right.
It is.
Yeah, but he's coming into his own, and he picks his
Settling down
moments
a little bit.
to be. So like this morning, because they sleep by my mom on Saturday night, so that they could go to church early.
Yeah.
And they called me this morning to ask me something or the other, and in the background, Daddy! Roar! Roar! It's like, why are you roaring? It's like 6:30 in the morning. You know, but he can't without it.
Nope.
He's be like there. Anyway, I digress. We were talking
Crackhead is a
about
good thing sometimes. Just saying.
the kid is not a crackhead.
Without
The kid is ugly. Both of my children.
They are. He and Jordan are
Very
opposites
intelligent, right? No, not so much opposites.
In
It's not
public?
crap, it's a Whitney head.
Jordan is a very
Wow. Let me sip some water for
Jordan is
Sensors
really
come from you guys.
very
Boop.
Oh, we grown.
level until you like spark her. She's like a firecracker when she has something to say, but she doesn't like talk a lot.
I teach my kids to express themselves, not to be afraid to express themselves, but always be respectful. So you can say whatever you feel like, respectfully, and not that, no offense, and then say the most offensive thing. I don't feel like, but just to, understand your talk to adults, say what you mean, say how you feel about things all the time, but also learn time and place. Right? So both of them are coming up with those skills being taught to them. But anyway, we're talking about the process and all of this. Blah. Right. So there are ways to go up there, and there are ways to come down. Get up there could be like anything to get you hype. They could just be sitting down and chilling with the fellas and firing a beverage or whatever the case is, and then going on stage and smashing it. When you do get up there and the adrenaline's pumping, then you like, especially these shows that I will work at and so forth, you're on for a long period of time.
Remember when Russell almost got his face burned off?
You know what I'm saying? It's really bad.
I confessed he almost got his face burned off.
He was okay. He
It
was
was
far
like-
enough.
It wasn't this close.
Nah, he was far enough.
Like,
It wasn't that close.
It was
He jumped when the pyro came, and truth be told, like, we didn't know when the pyro was coming. So my thing was just, I stand away from them things. I know them did, but I guess he forgot
He
in
was
that
in the-
moment.
he
There was
was
like
like
one of
fighting.
them. There's one of them that he was like, and jumped back. But I was staying away from the pyro. I had my spots where I was gonna exist, and that pyro space was no one. I even went down on the subs in that Clarke Festival performance, and I didn't think about getting back up. And then I was like, my pants low, yeah. Like the pants I had on there, like this, I call my painter's pants. Very low crotch, so you can't lift out your foot very high. But I don't step out high. And I'm playing bass. I also don't want to look like, there's effort being put into this thing. So I made up, in that split second decision, I made up my mind that I will rip my pants to do this thing. I will not try to do it and fall back. No bueno. I will also not stay down there because I have to get back on stage and so it's the end set. So I went and just drove my foot through this thing and it pulled. I said, I ain't kidding, we can rip today, boy. But I ain't rip. It just gave a little bit more and I was able to get back up. You can see at the end of the performance it's if you know that it happened, then you can see it. But if you didn't know, then it just looked like a man just jumping back up on the stage. Don't be that serious. But anyhow, coming back down from performance, I just need to sit down and watch some garbage TV. Whether it's YouTube or Netflix, I'm trying to say boring that. There are a lot of these slow burn shows that, no. So you just sit down and have something to eat or drink or whatever. It doesn't have to be food or whatever, but just eventually start to lean into the chair. Then get sleepy or something.
How do you find your cutoff time for, so when you're in your zone of being dad and husband and no work, how do you make sure that doesn't interfere, since a lot of what you does has no cutoff time?
I try to schedule certain things. So there are weekly activities for the kids, and there are certain things that you do with your wife and so forth that you have times for it. We both work, so during the day, obviously, it's a lot. When there's lots of work to be done, you still have to do the kid stuff. So you try to schedule kid things and let everybody know, I have this thing to do, and I will be there at this time, sort of thing. So you try to not let them cross. In moments where you're on all the time, like Mahia's Corner, that's 4 weeks of shows. Every day is enough work from morning to night for me because I'm doing both things. If it was just I just have to learn music, that's honky-dory, that's easy. But having to take all the calls and emails and all that stuff and staying on top of things, making sure, we need to make sure that we push sales a little harder this week, and all these little pieces. It's from morning to night, and while you sleep, you're thinking about it as well, so you're not really sleeping that well. But even in those moments, you're still trying to make time for kid stuff. I will still drop my kids to school. I'll still pick them up. We still have moments and so forth. But as I was saying earlier, where you also raise them to understand when is work time is work time. Don't come confuse me one night like don't need coffee. Because I ain't got the bandwidth for that. So try to balance it in that regard. On the flip side, with the work now, you make sure that the work, if there's something that is here, then the work can come and bleed into that. You try not to. It's not always possible. But for the most part, you try to make sure that you keep those things separate so you can balance.
So when is there time for you?
Time for me?
Your health?
Well, I drive a lot on the road, and that silent driving is a thing for me. Silent driving and Miguel Nunez. Once you have the BBC or the silence, you're able to really calm down and just chill. Other times I go to gym like almost every morning. I say almost because sometimes when work is too heavy, I don't want to be in there and ignore people's calls because the calls are important. So then I will skip the gym, as weird as that sounds. Because if I go to the gym, I will ignore your call. I want to amend that. Like, I will only answer wife and be like, you want working out? You're urgent? Alright, cool, I'll try you in about 40 minutes. And then go back, do what I'm doing. Because I work to time in the gym, it's like a tobacco thing. So there's gym, there is just naturally powering down on evenings with my garbage Netflix. There is beach that used to happen fairly often, where Jordan and I would just go out and tread water and chat. It's very therapeutic. just being in the water. We have so many beautiful things in our island that a lot of people can tap into. But just being out there in the water and just treading and just breathing, it's like that's a vibe. Those are my things, basically. Nah, you shake the woman, go to the beach. Can you swim?
He can't.
Oh, well, that's a problem.
He's a drowner.
You are a drowner.
Yeah.
I use those words very carefully. He's not a,
Or doing drunk.
oh, I can't swim. He's a drowner. He will touch the water and go, okay, Jesus, take me.
Yeah, 100%. It's
No
attitude.
attempt
You
to
from St.
save
George
his
or
own
St.
life.
Thomas?
Christchurch. Live about 10 minutes walk for the beach.
And you never learned to swim?
Nope.
That's
had
interesting.
no reason to it. Tried the time.
Once.
It turned out well. I could at least drown looking cool ish. Yeah.
Let's see if it's drowned.
I just panic. So
I am not a panicker. Because I tell myself once I'm in the water, not on me. I am 100% comfortable for my own self when I'm in the water.
That's why I labeled him a drowner.
But you go to the beach still though, and
Yeah.
just don't go far.
No, he doesn't go in the water.
Oh, you
No.
stay on the sand.
No, I
You're
know.
sand baby.
Audrey don't like.
Guys,
If
listen
I
to me.
force him to go in the water,
Listen to
he'll
me.
go in
Listen.
and then just be like, alright.
Listen, everybody. What are you inviting me to?
The beach.
Say it out loud. What y'all invite me to? The beach. The beach is that. See, for people in Barbados, see that grainy thing? That's the beach. That sandy thing, that's the beach. Every time you touch that clear liquid, that's the ocean. Two separate entities. You either invited me to the beach or you invited me to the ocean. Which one? Tell me beforehand. So I could pick, I could choose.
Google it. Because he's on this crap. And I'm like, you're so incorrect.
That is how I
In his head, that is what.
Yeah, that's
the problem.
for the time I touch liquid, I'm in the ocean. For the time,
Okay, so your definition of beach is slightly skewed.
not even slightly, I think it probably very much skewed, but for me,
Because it's not actually, it doesn't have to be sand. The point where rocks meet the water is also beach.
yeah. That was
So
it.
water is a part of it.
It's actually the combination of the two things that makes it beach. And
And
so
you're
it's not
like
sand
sand.
by itself.
Of course, that's what we have.
It's half. So it's kind of like the
Together.
so you go to the without the B.
What he's saying is that right as it touch, right underneath. If you dig 6 feet down, they're gonna be rocks there, and that is the beach for him.
No. Literally the shoreline.
And
Oh,
it's
that's the
ignorance.
beach. That is the
Ignorance
beach
is it for
too.
me.
So when you're touching water and you're touching sand, you're at the beach.
But from the time I touch in that water, I am now moving into that, oh, we in the beach, yeah, to, I behind God back, I know, anything happen. I in ocean territory.
I appreciate you calling it the ocean.
At least he's very
Odyssey.
easy to
Yeah.
save.
Hmm?
It's very easy to save
Because he's just near the sand.
because he doesn't panic. No, as in like when he goes, I'm gonna have to show you one of these days. He literally doesn't do anything. He will literally
So you just think?
he just
Yeah,
save.
just,
Ah,
I
just
just,
be
once again,
Be there.
once I am
Trust me,
there,
it's okay.
I am 100% accountable for myself. And then I just tell myself, well,
So he's
I made
right.
this decision consciously to be here. There is nobody else to blame but myself. So if someone doesn't decide to save me, that's all. And then choose to bless your heart. Thank you. If you don't, down on me, I shouldn't have been here. I can't swim. What are you doing there? What are you doing in this ocean? What am I doing in this ocean? That's my fault.
You're disbelief. Like you actually have to see it in motion. He will do nothing.
Well, like this sort of thing, there's my beach clothes. Because no matter if I wear this, or if I bareback, or if I got on, I can still drown the same way.
So you're going to sea with jeans
No, I
pants?
bought him some beach pants and I forced him to wear them.
Oh, okay.
Because I can't tolerate that foolishness. It is foolishness!
Do you wear if I got steel
I
tip
will
boots
just
on
make
the
sure that
beach?
he's in front of me in the ocean and make sure that I just push him back towards the shore.
As well as me.
So you remember that cruise that lost power and was just drifting? So if you were on that, you would just sit down on the barge and like freak out like everybody else.
Freak out?
No,
No, freak out.
just sit
Or you
there.
just sit there and be
Keep
cool with
getting
it.
captain.
Well, we floated to Trinidad. Hey.
Yeah, like literally, I am no help to anybody. I become a dependent instantaneously once I'm in the water. So I got the freaking out. It's like, well, either somebody can help me or somebody not can help me.
Imagine a newborn baby. Like how they're just there.
Right. They actually naturally swim.
Yeah, but
Yeah, that's the last time I swam actually.
when they
Last time I
first
swam was at my mother home.
that's why that's the
Yeah.
ocean, the classes like really early as soon as they like come up so that they keep because they're in water in there.
Right.
But then if you wait past, I think it's like a year and a half, they start to forget how to do that, and they have to teach them all over again. Apparently, people in Barbados just don't learn, even though it's right there,
So
free
I'm-
water.
Yeah.
So understand, I
Free
love water
water.
sports. I love water sports. Every time they give me a life jacket, how we can go canoeing, or you're done.
Follow. We'll
Oh,
just lay
man,
there.
that's like, well,
We'll not try to get back in.
if the life jacket does not work,
try to do
then what? I
anything.
can't do anything.
Just lay there.
Like, if somebody help me. It's either
Sometimes it's infuriating actually.
you can help
do
me,
something.
or you just
Anything.
help
I
me.
need to see this.
Be a person.
Yeah, but that's like shouldn't be the
I need to see this now. Actually.
like. Okay, and another thing on board, so you get
Very
seasick.
interesting.
So I going out on a cruise, and I like, well, I went on a catamaran, I could get free food. I ain't taste the food or the drinks on the catamaran yet. It was just there like,
Water.
entire time. So then, and I enjoy it. The only reason I go to these things is for my friends' enjoyment. Y'all want me there? Cool, I'll be there. But don't expect me to do anything. If we not on the beach, i.e. the sandy, grainy part where you can like play football and sit down and all that. If you want me to walk, just expect that. If we go out far on Sunday, I can be like, or I can just if a wave hit this, I was like, well, see y'all in Panama, I guess. What you do? I went to a pool and they were showing her my technique. You see? And she laughing, you see? And I was like, look at me. And she's like, this so piss poor. She like, but I said, well, that's the best I can do.
I'm trying to teach them. I'm just really gonna do it. First of
I
all,
try to kick and apparently my legs not gonna water, cover up the water, and then when I actually do get my knees bending, and I like almost kicking myself in the back. Like, imagine me now in a life and death situation doing it. I can still, no matter what I do, I will die.
Have you ever been in a life and death situation?
Yes.
So you actually were drowning?
Yes.
Like for real drowning?
Yeah. And the funny thing about that story is that happened twice in the same day. So that taught me, it's the funniest thing. Funny now. So I was in like a paddle boat sort of thing.
Life jacket?
No, it was not. But I was young and a wave hit and it toppled over. So it was like water like. My friend dad, he saw me as I was like drifting out the sea. He pulled me up. Like so I was in there for maybe a good 40 seconds or so. Like, just like lungs filled with water, pulled me up and said get back to the ocean. Sorry, to the beach, to the shore. This is a lesson to be learned, people. I am walking back to the shore. Never back the ocean. A wave came, and dragged me back under. I know at this point, like, well, Save me once, shame on me. Save me twice, no, you're gonna say. And it just get dragged back in. Far out. And at that point, it's like, well, that's when it just started like lose, like. Because some people don't know about drowning, it's silent. Like, you don't got the energy, really, and it's not like in TV where it's like, help me! No, it's just me. So it just, but luckily, like, somebody see me again, I was just like, this kid need help. I pulled back, and I was like, okay. But at that point, I had lose, like, in those 2 minutes, I had lose all energy. All my energy was gone. Like, that, you don't understand, that does take out everything. Just your body trying to survive. And like, so it just started up. And I was just like, and I just had a fight to get back to the shore. And when I get back to the shore, I was like, well, that was intense.
Good times.
Yeah, not coming back onto that boat as yet. Maybe about 20 minutes. I still not good. It's just like, I don't let those like instances shape me. So I still like water. Like I say, I still like water sports. I still like, but I already made it in my mind. If something happened, and then I get like I felt it before. There is literally nothing. Like no matter how hard I tried, I don't know if I actually know how to swim. And then I gonna do it when the ocean decided to attack me. Nothing at all. I wasn't strong then, still not strong enough now. The ocean is about, from my small calculation, about 1.3 billion times stronger than me, so if I want to attack me, attack me. So either my friends can save me, or y'all gonna make a calculated decision. We had a nice run, Andre. We had a great run.
So what about option 3, which would be that you could learn to swim?
Yeah, that's a great option, but you tell you, like, especially as I got older, I was just like, yeah, you gonna make it, tell you, man.
I'm not gonna tell you to swim.
It's like, yeah, when I had the time, I should have, but then because I did do a program where it was like learn to swim or everything, but when I was young, I was also learning in a particular way with other kids. The kids just make it hyper difficult. So I remember we on the canoe, and the whole point was to like just canoe. The guy that I was with also know how to swim. His first thought, his brain told him, we have all life jackets. I want to see what it feels like to jump off of this. So he was just like, yeah, I just want to see how it feels. And I was like, cool, buddy. I don't know, like, he got free will, so he just jumped off and in the water there, and all the like lifeguards that was like training was just like, I don't know what to do. Like I can't save me. Like I don't know what. So it just be chaotic and then so at that time it's like, yeah, my mother not gonna like pay all the time for these hard things happen, and then by the time I get older it's like I gotta learn from a friend. And fun fact, a lot of my friends don't know how to swim. The ones that do.
Why is it that happens? I'm surrounded by people who can't swim. I've swam my entire life, and every person I meet, every new friend I meet, I'm like, can you swim? I ask this question on purpose. Like the very first, no.
A lot of Bajans can't swim for whatever reason.
Like,
I have no idea.
what is wrong with you people?
It could. There's a thing with black people and swimming, and the issue with the ocean and crossing from.
Being a slave?
Yes. So
I mean,
you heard that. I am
maybe.
predisposed.
There's a thought
ability.
process that says that because of the trauma, many years, a lot of people died coming once.
They died from starvation, infections,
Several things.
beat it, not the water.
But you see, I am also afraid of
So
those
either
things.
Trust me, by the time
Starvation.
they hit the water, by the
Or
time they
they
hit the
could have bailed
water,
off at
that
some
was
point.
already dead.
Some of them could have tried to bail off.
By the time them hit that water, they was already dead. By the time
Yeah,
you
but-
had suffered so much that you said, you know what, I would rather jump off, you were already dead. You already, from
Fair.
Africa,
I don't disagree.
you were already dead.
I know, I
However,
wasn't there.
I don't think they were intelligent enough to know they were already dead. They was like, Jim, we have make it. And then they said, yo, Jim didn't do
They
he
were
didn't survive.
committing the S word. They were committing the S word on purpose. Anybody that jumped off, they were committing the S word. Cool. Anybody else is like, they was already dead. So this slavery and water thing,
But I
Guys,
making this. We can
guys,
say it, Jim.
guys.
I just got a lot of
guys,
visions.
guys.
A lot of visions
I
going
get
on.
it.
There's a whole see in on the back door mentality, and they fear it instead of learning how
Doesn't
to.
have a back door. I'm pretty sure that it's all connected to things. The back door might just be a lot of feet away. The yard might just be real big. But it got a back door.
I ain't trying to make the old people saying this make sense. I just tell you that's what people say.
I'm trying to swim to some lakes.
I do think that it's a good idea. You know, islands surrounded by water.
Water.
Like, one concern. It's a good skill to have.
We're gonna be like Italy soon. We're gonna be like Venice.
That's right.
And then what?
No, it's not soon. But, okay, I see where you're going with it.
Oh,
Several
water here.
millions of years from now.
Soon.
Okay.
You know, whenever geologists they talked about like rocks.
The
and
sun is
stuff.
dying.
Yeah.
Geologists
And they-
don't say that.
Well, astronomers.
Yeah.
All the science people, they say those things, and then you go, how many more years do we have left?
Only about 4 billion.
Right.
Oh.
So I'm not gonna be alive. My children are not gonna be alive.
My physics teacher used to talk about the sun dying all the time. He's like, man, when is this going to happen? 7 million years from now.
Right. How does this affect me or anyone on this planet currently? Doesn't.
Not so much.
Doesn't. At all. So maybe we don't try to scare children into thinking that that's gonna happen. Maybe we don't do that because brains are forming, ideas are coming in. We have vivid imaginations, nightmares.
That being said,
Traumas.
teach your children to swim from grade 2 to make sure that they know
They were swimming in the womb. If you would just push them back in the water, they would be fine.
okay.
It's the instinct, like puppies. You put them in the water and they know how to do it.
No.
I can't actually say that because my dog drowns.
You have a dog that drowned?
No, he drowns
He drowns.
while he's in the water. I apparently just collect people that drown in the water. His butt is too heavy. He tries really hard. He's also very much a winter dog. So putting him in the ocean is kind of unfair on my part because his
He's very furry.
anatomy is not meant for the ocean. But like he's very enthusiastic about it, and then he does it, and then
He just sinks.
yeah,
He has a lot of fur?
swallows a bunch of water, and then
So the fur will get really heavy.
yeah.
So
and
if you
then
shave
the
him,
rest
he'll probably
of the
be able to
day-
swim.
No. And for the rest of the day, he'll just cough down. It's very traumatic. So yeah, I stopped doing that.
That's what they do.
Yeah,
Stop trying to kill the dog.
stop trying to kill him too.
Yeah, it's funny. I am 100% like that. Comfortable.
That's
Going
the
to
thing.
the ocean.
If
When you learn
since
how
you
to
are since you like ocean activities, it's a good idea to be able to swim.
When you learn how to swim, you learn how to respect the ocean. Respect that. Don't back it. That you don't go too far. That you don't overestimate yourself or underestimate it. When you learn to swim, you're learning so much more than just swimming.
Yeah, all things that I respect ocean. Alrighty. Respect it to the point that, well, I can't do anything. I am just a helpless passenger.
You fear the
Surf
ocean like
on
you
you.
fear God, because God controls the ocean, right? Silence. Love that.
That's the line too. I'm here.
It was a biblical reference when no one said anything. I'll just let it slide. It's okay. Yeah, so did he. I'm sure you did too. But no one said anything. You just left me hanging. This is what I deal with. It's either silence or you never shut up.
Ah.
Crazy.
Our left.
Anyways, so we talked about your mental health, we talked about your kids, we talked about your work. Where did you learn bass guitar? Why bass guitar?
When I was in fourth form in school, John Spilton, I wanted to play. I used to play guitar, acoustic guitar, and I wanted to.
Same emotions.
No.
You just
Bass.
did it.
Bass. Bass. Walking fingers. Guitar.
Right.
There's also that.
I mean, there's stuff to the pick. Like,
Yeah. But it's more.
right.
Anyway, I wanted to join the school ensemble, and I came with acoustic guitar, and she was like, "What the hell's that?" I play guitar, man. Can't play that here. Here. And she shoved a bass in my hand, and I taught myself how to play.
Ooh. Can you read music?
I can read music at a very remedial level. I can't sight read. I can read it. I understand what it is I'm seeing. If you give me this, say, "Hey boy, play," you can't get it. I have to figure it out, and then I play. My ears are my best asset. I can hear something and play it back. So the majority of things that I do, I learn from listening, which is why I don't get my ears too tired and I shut down. I hate driving in loud spaces. Loud music.
Are you a highly sensitive person?
No, in terms of what?
It just means an actual thing where sight, sound,
Oh no,
stuff
not
are usually.
not more sensitive than the average person. Like 100 decibels, I will feel 100 decibels like everybody else. But I'm not one of them that be like, that truck passing is so loud, it's hurting my ears. There's certain frequencies that are annoying to me, but they don't make me freak out either, like the whole scraping chalkboard thing. Maybe sometimes too.
Those are actually perfect.
Yeah. Or the, like if you drag a chair across a certain surface, and some people it makes them freak out. Yeah. Not so much. Yeah.
Are you?
It's pretty
You
rad.
need to have one of those silent parties or
I mean, headphone party.
Yeah.
Oh, some people do
they're
it.
called silent parties, that's what people call them.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I've seen headphone party.
Yeah, I got some of them. They used to go out all the time in Gap.
Yeah.
Like
We used to have like
all the time, like every
Oh, wow.
every 2 days in
Can I
Gap.
bring my own headphones?
No.
Because I
Don't go to party. Not party for you.
Yeah.
That's
If you-
the weird thing. I could put myself in a mentality. Okay, I'm gonna be near people. I can go through town without people touching me.
Mm.
It's hard. It's a skill. So,
Do you have an irrational fear of people?
is it irrational? People are crazy.
You were talking about motion sickness earlier.
I don't know.
I just
phobias.
Thought of. I don't really have phobias per se. There's certain things that I just don't like.
Pet peeve.
I would do it but I don't really want to do it. So it's not a case where I'm crippled by it or anything. I have an irrational fear. I don't like roller coasters because I have an irrational fear of losing my shoe. So the thing is,
I'm so sorry.
so
My automatic response is to laugh because that's so specific.
yeah. So the thing about it is, understand my background coming up as a kid. Now that I'm older, I can obviously get shoes, but it's still a part of me. This thing that your shoes are important. So go off into not particularly. So go off into
It is.
So go off into the theme park in the UK, which is cold and wet, or America, which is cold and whatever they are at the time, or wherever it is. It ain't gonna be comfortable, right? If I go on that roller coaster and I lose my shoe, I wear a size 14 shoe. What are the chances that if I lose my shoe and it flies off and goes so on, like we go so with these dangling roller coasters, that I can find another shoe at the place? So either I have to leave, but I still barefoot by the way, I ain't got no shoes. So I have to walk around the park without one shoe at least. At best I'm barefoot. Fully. And I just walking about barefoot. Then maybe I just look like the guy that's really having a great time. But if we're cold, it wet, people can step on my foot, all those things. So I weigh the pros and cons of the situation. And my thing is, I don't want to go on it because I don't want to possibly lose my shoe.
That, I believe that that's not an irrational fear. When I went on the roller coaster, that was my
But at least you don't find a shoe if your shoe falls off.
But
But
it's
hold on.
just the feeling of like the feeling for
Wait a
me.
minute. So these are slippers? Let me just
Whatever
clarify
shoe.
this.
No, it don't
we
matter.
blazing, we going upside down, you pelting me about, my feet going all over the place. I've seen people's shoes fly off on a roller coaster, which is why it's a thing for me now.
Okay, so when we went on I guess an inverted roller coaster, my feet dangling, and even though I had on shoes, I was physically for the whole time doing like this in my shoes. I was just trying to like crumple my toes so that the thought of my shoe flying off wouldn't happen. I was just like, I don't want my shoe to fly off. I don't want my shoe to fly off. Anything else can happen.
These things, they go get them.
My fear is
There are
that.
people
Please
who
flying all over the place. And my foot flies all the way like that. They want to get that shoe. You know that shoe.
There are people for that.
Nah.
There are literally people in the park who are retrievers. They go and get the things that people have lost on the race. That's why they say,
Can't
don't
work.
unbuckle it. Like, we'll go get it for you.
Can't work. Can't.
Right. So just we're gonna hold on to that. That's not irrational. It is trauma, and maybe I should work on that in therapy.
There's no need for me to work on it. I just don't go on roller coasters. If I don't have to. If I have to go with the kids, I will go on the ride with the kids. I have no problem doing it. So I'm not afraid of it. I just don't want to lose my shoe.
Fair.
We did the haunted mansion. So just to show you, I don't have a problem with all this nonsense that people do. We went on the haunted mansion ride, right? And I'm in there. Brady's next to me. His thing, he has no problem getting pelt boat. His thing was that he was seeing it was dark and flashing lights. So once that piece of it was done, and we were just getting fling boat in the air, and he was ha 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 ha. I'm there sitting down next to him.
He's not a crackhead.
He's not a crackhead. Stop calling my kid a crackhead. So we going up and down, and all of a sudden I realize my feet are involuntarily leaving the floor as we're dropping. I was like, what the hell are you doing here? Why am I here sitting down? I'm sitting like a regular person and my feet doing like this as we going down. We're going so fast. I can't actually push my feet down to touch the ground. My feet are coming off the ground. This is garbage. No, it was just in time.
Just like,
And he's like, right? And Jordan and Joel, and all this thing. I'm like, this is a bunch of, right? I ain't want to get me. And if, I swear to you, if we had to go up and down one more time past there, that woman that opened the door was gonna get cursed. Like proper Bajan cuss words. And she'd be like, because I was at that point where I was actually started getting annoyed. Like, what the hell is this? Why is this happening? Why is this happening? I don't have a problem with it. I just ask the questions.
Yeah.
So if that's your fear, is my fear irrational? I think someone's gonna pull out my leg.
Pull out your leg where? In the roller coaster? Or in
In some
general?
of those rides, or
Pull
like
your leg out?
on the edge of a bed, they just pull my foot.
And do what? That's not a truck.
It's
That's
not
right.
that one. That one is definitely.
If that's a truck, the truck just get blown up by an F-15. That's what happens. 100%.
That's not funny. Why am I laughing?
I know, it's hilarious.
It's still going.
Yeah, it's very bad weather today.
Yeah, a very big
I thought
truck.
you were gonna say it's a very bad bomb. Oh my gosh.
It's several times. One after the
I want you to know the algorithm is going to stop you.
We're gonna believe that almost.
Actually can get cancelled. Oh shoot, I like me already. Oops.
I did it again.
Wait, what time is it?
12:23.
It's actually time for me to get the road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've been having so much fun.
Yeah.
Wait.
Veg, man.
Aqua. There's no ending to Aqua, the song Barbie Girl. I've been having so much fun. Sorry. My brain does that. Maybe he would know what that's called.
It ends on Ubo.
The thing where like a song plays in your head every time somebody says something that cues it.
It's called Mihaly syndrome.
It happens like I am that person who just forever lives in a musical.
So in our rehearsal spaces or wherever we are, if somebody says something that is a piece of a lyric in a song, they're gonna say it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like all the time.
Yeah. It's a habit. A habit for them to kind
Not
of
really. No, this way is. Just get over it.
There has to be a name for it. There has to be.
There it is.
Google it.
We've
He's
tried.
crazy.
Because I've talked about it before because I've been like, what is it? Because every single time somebody does something, I'll just say the lyric. Just unconsciously just go, "Oh." And then people will look at me
Musical
like,
Tourette's.
are you on drugs? Maybe. We'll call it that.
Yeah, for now. Yeah.
We can copyright the trademark it.
Musical Tourette's.
Yeah.
We're not even the ones that said it.
Doesn't matter. that's the thing about corporations and capitalism.
Is there anything else that we would like to ask Kris or talk to Kris about in the last 1 minute?
Yeah, I got a question.
What's that?
Kris, if it was to tell you, you have to try another instrument, right? Is there one that you were thinking about that you said I would like to do this as well, but I'm already shoehorned in being a bass?
It actually won't be an instrument. It'll be the technology side of music. It would be running like Ableton on stages. If I were to start to dig into something now, it'll be that, because to me there's a lot of value in fully understanding how to use Ableton properly. That's the software that you run tracks and so forth. Yeah. So there are a lot of different ways you can do it, different applications of it, etc. In different spaces, and so being an Ableton operator is very valuable. So that's why I would do it.
Okay.
It wouldn't necessarily be an instrument per se. Truth be told, if you have an ear and stuff, you could get on any instrument and start to mess around, and you'd make it make sense. Obviously, with things that you have to build a certain way, that's going to be a challenge. But like just to figuring out and spacing and all that stuff, like it kind of makes sense. If you sit down on an instrument, like literally you can do something and it wouldn't sound that weird. Yeah.
Shout out to the people that are so good
That
at
they can say a
music.
sentence like that.
That sentence
Makes sense.
they think is relatable.
That's not-
Like, you know, like I could just, you know, like pick up an instrument. It makes sense to just, you know, after a few I guess tries, like
Genius.
No.
Love that for you.
But
No, it's not.
it makes sense because I used to play piano when I was younger. And then they played, and then we went to a camp where it was like, oh, you can try all the other instruments. And then it was like, oh, it's not hard. Oh, guitar's not hard.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not hard. Oh,
But
drum's
they
not hard.
are.
Drums is actually the easiest to start.
Yeah.
It's hard to master,
Hard to master.
but the easiest to start. So
100%.
it's not difficult.
Yeah, it's and the thing
rhythm is easy.
I think that everybody in life is predisposed to certain skills, right? And those who are predisposed to music would then be able to get what I just said done. I had a student I teach in a program geared towards rehabilitating at-risk and vulnerable youth.
Didn't mention it in this podcast.
And
about
now
mental
the
health.
time is gone. Look at you. And there was one of my students in particular. He's a very musical person. I walked into the space at the end. He was playing that song. Bum 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 ba da ba da bum 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 ba da ba da ba 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 da. Don't leave me, girl. Right. So he's in there, and I hear ba da ba da bum bum chord. Right. I was like, that's so cool. And I asked him. I walked in the room. I was like, who taught you that? And I said, nah, sir, the boy showed me that. Yeah, he just heard the song playing this morning in the van going to school. And I didn't want to see if I could figure out. But the cool part of what he did is that literally the sound of the chords, he didn't just play a version of it. He played the chord that was supposed to be based on what he heard this morning in the van going to school before all of the school day and all of this, and come in there at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and he still had that stored in that he has the musical gift. And so people like him will then be able to just jump on an instrument and make it make sense. And funny enough, he is that person in the space. He plays bass, guitar, sax, drums, keys. He can dabble with things just by waking up every day. So I think that's what it is. There's some people that are good at math and some people are not. Some people are good at languages, they suck at languages. You know, but I'm good at math, I'm good at science, I'm good at music.
That's one of my favorite flavors of autism. Yeah.
Of the what?
I got one more question. What do you see in terms of being musically inclined, right, versus not musically inclined? What's the difference like in how your things go in your how you would say this helps me because I am musically inclined, but it doesn't help if it's someone that's not as musically inclined as you would just say. If you understand what I'm saying.
As in what tasks in life
Like,
would be easier for a person who is musically inclined?
yes.
Okay, at the most basic level, obviously singing to your children is easier when you have a musical ability.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a kid who has a musical ear, which both of them might do, and somebody sings something badly to them, they're going to say something because
100%.
their filters are not there. The 13-year-olds might not say something. The 3-year-old be like,
100%.
you're hurting my ears. Why? I don't like it. I don't like it. He won't know how to express the thing or just leave it alone. He can just say something. No, not you. That's the first thing that he said to somebody. Not you.
But that's nice.
Not you.
But that's
Right.
nice, sir.
Not you. I know. You know what having a musical ear is good. It's good for doing voiceovers. So I do voiceovers as well, like ads and so forth. So because I have a musical ear, if I'm being coached by somebody, I'm thinking maybe we could try this approach, and they can say the thing, I can actually copy exactly what that person did, because it's just notes. It's just notes and velocities, right? It's just notes and velocities. It's just notes and velocities. You know what I mean? So you can mimic the thing that the person did, but then also put your sauce on it and make it make sense. So
Mechanics, hearing those noises, like the specific ticks, like how you could hear a car is broken, just based on like how I
yes,
think that they're
based on how it
musically
sounds.
inclined because they hear
That is-
100%.
that is,
100%. I had an old car that I used to drive, and I can hear before it breaks down because it starts to change the tones. Because remember, I said I don't drive with the radio on all the time.
Yeah.
Huh? That's actually not. That happened by fluke. It just occurred to me because my car's radio at one point wasn't working, and so I was just driving in silence, and I got accustomed to that and realized, it's open thought. This is cool. So now I have a car that everything works. You know, I turn off the radio sometimes. But yes, 100%. Mechanic can hear an issue in a vehicle.
And then you just call the
Engine
phone and it's
tones
going,
are off.
and they go, this needs changing. And then we get to them and they're like, yeah, that needs changing.
So I can also imagine that would be very helpful for like a doctor who listening to a heartbeat or something. You know,
Maybe.
I think sometimes they just regurgitate noises that they've heard multiple times, not necessarily are able to pick up beats, because sometimes they have other people come and listen to like hear that you have a certain amount of noises, because people have a certain amount of diseases already figured out. So then they'll be like, oh, I've heard this noise before with the disease from school, but then if they've never heard it, like it's not easy for them to pick up that is that noise. That's a long tangent. Forget it.
What about somebody that you
Guys, he asked
you know
about
so well? You like, and they like if you hear this speak, and the tone is like slightly off. You could tell. Are you able to tell? This one's good. This one's bad. This one's in a different state.
yes.
I don't know if that's a musical ability or just being attentive.
I can do that
Okay.
with my job. I can't tell.
And knowing
Often.
people, like just being present.
Yeah.
So there are people, the people in my circle, I know when like signs off. But that's just from paying attention. I don't think that it's necessarily a musical ability translated.
Okay.
Because she is musical. And
I
she could-
am. I learned to play piano when I was young. I have a whole guitar in my house that I don't play.
I mean,
I'm also
nice.
a
Sounds like if she
dancer.
holds instruments.
I'm a dancer and I'm a singer. What do you mean you know this?
Don't.
I'm so sick of you.
Never see it.
Anyways,
Have you all seen it?
not me. Thanks so much for watching this episode. Thank you so much, Kris, for coming.
We need to talk.
You want the rest of the jingle?
We talk.
All right. Bye, guys.